Future Technologies, we're a lead system integrator based out of Atlanta, Georgia. We've been doing lead system integration for the last 22 years. Specifically, we've been doing private cellular for the last 12 years, starting in the military vertical market and then moving into the enterprise markets like chemical, oil and gas, manufacturing, utility, and maturing our 6-step approach to client engagement, defining use cases, trying to find the right solutions. And we've been working with Nokia through the public network side of things, and then on the private network side over the last 12 years, getting us to this point right now. We're fully certified for some of the historical products on the MPLS side, the licensed microwave side, but our real focus is around the private wireless, private cellular, 4G and 5G solutions, as well as the complementary applications that Nokia has to offer for our industrial customers as well as our military customers.
The primary industries we cover are in the private sector and public sector. So in the private sector, our primary focus is around companies in the industrial sector. Industry 4.0 is a very big focus of customers trying to innovate with technology to automate and optimize manufacturing. So that's where a lot of our play for private cellular comes in the industrial side. Particularly, a thing we pay attention to is the device ecosystem in this environment. Most of our clients are in North America, so the CBRS spectrum, 4G, LTE is very popular, and there's a broad ecosystem that supports our clients there. Really on the public sector side, really that's where we're seeing more adoption of 5G technologies. That would include 5G standalone and 5G non-standalone systems. And a lot of that's being driven by encryption requirements, a more complex architecture for those customers who are traditionally in the military, DoD type space. So again, that's where 5G sees the most adoption. I would say across both of those sectors though, really it's the use cases that are driving the why people are making the investment. They're trying to solve business challenges, business problems, so it's really the use cases on top of the private networking, whether it's 4G or 5G, that's driving the adoption. From the use case perspective, as we mentioned earlier, that's really the main driver here. So again, Industry 4.0 is driving a lot of those use cases to solve business challenges, issues. I would say the trends we're seeing fall into a couple large buckets. One is just connected worker in general, connectivity to workers in the field, indoors and outdoors with tablets, smartphones, just basic connectivity. It's amazing where a lot of companies still don't have that basic connectivity layer in place already. A second use case is a little more specific around remote expert, and this is where companies are really challenged with knowledgeable workers, so they have centralized resources, very few using virtual technology. So like AR, VR technology streaming across the network to help remote workers in a manufacturing environment. So that's a pretty popular use case. A third one would be in the area of computer vision. We're using camera streaming across a wireless network into a computer vision model to detect inventory management, safety type issues. A fourth use case would be around, I'd say IoT in general, IoT devices. There's been a lot of uptake in IoT sensors collecting data for monitoring your environment, asset health, predictive maintenance, so IoT is a big area. I would say probably a big area we see growing with Nokia and private cellular is autonomous mobile robots. So these are robots that move around the factory. Today the connectivity in most places is pretty poor, so we see a huge opportunity for better connectivity in those areas.
I think based upon the history of Nokia being in the vertical markets, but with private cellular building up, taking that pedigree that was created in the public network sector and then expanding that product portfolio to be more focused into the industrial markets, I think the portfolio lends itself very well to the markets that we're trying to service. But also the channel partner approach to the go-to-market. There's a lot of options for us as a system integrator, but the fact that Nokia is very channel focused for us is very important. I mean, we want to have a good partnership, we want the support of the OEM, but ultimately we want to be solving the client's problems first person, as Gary mentioned, with the use cases, and having that channel first approach is a big driver for us to partner with Nokia.
So really the value in bringing companies like FutureTech and Nokia together is the solution, right, for the end customers. Nokia makes great products, we make great devices, but we really need partners like FutureTech to pull that all together to provide a solution for the end customer that works for their needs. You know, companies like FutureTech understand the use cases, the values, and all the add-ons that pull it all together. So really it's a teamwork to be delivered to the customer.